Well, what happens when the woke say something that the woke don't agree with? They get eaten by their own. That's what happens. And that is what has happened to Georgia Tennant. Doctor Who actor David Tennant's wife bullied off Twitter for refusing to attack Israel. Let's read the article. David Tennant recently returned to the role of the Doctor for Doctor Who's 60th anniversary of 3 specials written by RTD. Tennant, along with the cast and crew of Doctor Who, have been pushing radical left agendas within the show and on their personal platforms for a long time, but it wasn't enough for an increasingly angry online mob who's been demanding the cancellation of anyone who isn't rabidly pro-Palestine. His wife, Georgia Tennant, was bullied to the point she deleted her Twitter/X account this weekend. X-user John White first reported that Georgia Tennant, wife of one of the fandom's favourite doctors, David Tennant, was bullied off the platform in recent days. In the first tweet, he mentions a user asks, "Wait, Georgia Tennant is a Zionist?" Another user replies, "Yeah, she liked a load of Zionist propaganda on Instagram and then unliked it after being called out without apologising or anything." Now listen, I'm going to say something here. You don't have to apologise for liking something. I don't think so. It's up to you what you believe. It's up to you what you want to like, okay? It don't matter what other people think. That's just my opinion in that sense when it comes to posts. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't follow Georgia Tennant on Instagram, so I don't know if that's true. The woke mob is crazy enough to stalk what posts of the wife of the famous actor likes on Instagram, showing exactly how unhinged these weirdos are. Georgia Tennant rightly replied with, "Wow." You seeing it? There it is. Wow. She followed up with a series of tweets saying, "Just to clarify my wow, it's not a response to being called something. Call me what you want. That's fine. It's a response to a lie. I don't like lying. I don't tend to comment on here unless I feel my contribution can offer more than others. On this matter, it can't." Right, okay, now I'm just talking as myself here as well. People ask me to comment on the Palestine and Israel and Gaza, and do you know what I did? I refused, and I gave one video on it where I gave my reasons for my refusal, and people didn't like that either. So, you know, go figure. I'm not offering any opinion on it because, first of all, I don't stand to gain anything. I don't stand to gain anything from something that I really don't understand and that I'm not necessarily educated on. And I also just don't like things like genocide. I don't feel like people have to die and all of that. And I've been very clear on that, but people still found that a problem. And it seems that it's the same for Georgia Tennant here. David's wife continued, "I do not support the killing of innocent people, nor do I associate with people who do. But you know that if you want to hear from the people about what is happening anywhere around the world, look to those whose words can inform and teach you." Now, I'm going to say this, as much as she is woke, in this sense, I think she is actually right in some sense, because if she can't offer an opinion on it, or any knowledgeable based opinion on it, or if she doesn't like what's going on, she doesn't have to say anything if she chooses not to. She can take a neutral stance if that's what she chooses to do. And people obviously clearly don't like it. And of course, you know, because people know who she is, she's David Tennant's wife, they expect better from her. And they want her to show her political affiliation with what's going on. And she's chosen not to, and that's a problem for people. Georgia Tennant concluded, "I follow lots of people who have taught me a huge amount recently, and I can't recommend it enough. I will always support everyone's right to live in peace, always." And that's also a fair enough response. The woke mob is increasingly demanding actors, authors, and other celebrities take stands on every single political issue. Don't forget, we're not politicians either, we're not. And try to cancel them even if they remain silent on the matter. It's influenced the Doctor Who TV show It's influenced the Doctor Who TV show, as Dr. Ncuti Gatwa has recently confirmed the show will be filled with leftist politics in the coming season. Russell T Davies has also stated Doctor Who will intentionally upset fans with its future content. If what David Tennant and his wife have to endure is the result, what's the point of all their virtual signalling? Many fans can't help but wonder. I wonder what the woke feels like when they actually get, cancelled by their own mob. It's very interesting. So after the uproar, Georgia Tennant deleted her Twitter account from the relentless bullying she received. One of the woke cancel pigs responded, yeah, but didn't she basically pull a Ms., I think that's what it is, and say she was neutral about genocide? Like, harassment isn't okay, but being neutral about genocide isn't okay either. Look, I don't know if that's what she said. I can't confirm that. Her Twitter account is gone as well, and so unless I use that a Wayback Machine to go and find out, or whatever it's called, I ain't going to find it, and I'm not going to. Is it good to be neutral about genocide? In my opinion, no. But then again, she also doesn't have to offer any comment on genocide. So it's up to her, isn't it, at the end of the day? Further comments demanded people unfollow anyone who defends Georgia Tennant. Well, I'm defending her kind of, I guess, but, so what? Sue me. David Tennant so far has been silent on the matter, not seeming to be willing to stand up for his wife amidst a political firestorm. So much for Doctor Who. Now listen, David Tennant, if my memory serves me well, he's not particularly active on social media as much as Georgia is. So maybe she's just going to say, just look, babe, don't say anything. Maybe that's what she's done. And if he doesn't want to come forward, he doesn't have to. He can support her from home. He doesn't have to be proactively supporting her if that's not what they want to do. But, she chose a neutral stance. She chose not to really pass any comment. And if she did like those posts and unlike them, maybe that's because she decided it wasn't a good idea to like them where the public could see them. Maybe she realised what was going to happen. I don't know. I mean, people are so quick to... They tried to cancel her dad. If you don't know who her dad is, her dad played the Fifth Doctor, Peter Davison. They tried to cancel her dad when he passed comment that he didn't think that the Doctor should ever be played by a woman. And that's fair enough. That was his opinion. They tried to cancel him and he was just like, oh, do you know what? I'm done with social media. Bye. And off he went. And he's still working to this day. He's not officially been cancelled. And his opinion still stands. He's the only one really that had any opinion on the changing of the Doctor amongst all of the remaining actors on Classic who are still with us. But you know what? If Georgia doesn't want to comment on something, then she doesn't have to. But I just find it interesting that the woke eat their own when they don't want to put anything up that conforms with what the woke expect to see. Now, I may sound really dumb talking about all of this. I may do. I don't know much about the Palestine. I don't really want a lecture about what's going on in Palestine. It's not affecting me as a person, and I just choose not to comment on it. And that's my choice, and that was the choice that she seems to have taken. But, being bullied off of Twitter, come on. Twitter is supposed to be your freedom of speech, and if you want to post about Palestine, Gaza, Israel, and everything that's going on, then by all means do so. But don't attack people just because they don't want to do it, whether they are woke or not, whether they conform with your beliefs about trans ideology or not. But then, that's what woke people do, isn't it? They're not progressive. They are actively aware of the social injustices in life, and they actively go around it. That's what woke is. But then they become vicious with other woke people who don't want to express an opinion on something. And you know what? That's what makes life sad, really. Attacking other people for the sake of not giving an opinion. She don't want to hold a public opinion on it. She doesn't have to. Anyway, I've rabbled on for long enough. Head on over to my community page and let me know what you would like to see more of in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's it for this weekend's videos. I'm not around tomorrow, so there won't be any tomorrow. And I will hope to be posting one during the week if I can, because I'm not here at all next weekend because I'm away in London seeing Mrs. Doubtfire. So thank you very much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.